Greetings and blessings, folks. It is August 3rd, and we are back for our weekly update video. I just did a 4-part series of videos last week, just going through all of the interplantings of the garden. It's a little windy, but feel free to go check out those. I'll leave a link here, so you can check that out if you feel called to. I'm not going to go over the mounds today. Today I'm going to take a walk inside the garden, see how things are growing, and I want to examine the pieces of land that were new last year. I have another video, what's growing in November. I'll link to that video here as well. That was documenting last November when I had first added on the new beds by just laying grass on the ground of where I wanted the bed, and then around the bed I lined leaves and wood chips to make the pathway. No tilling, no disturbance was done whatsoever. So let's go check out that plot. So we're on the west side of the garden right now, and from, like I said, I'll link to that other video, but from right here where the tunnels are to, it's actually right here. You can see it better when we go to the other side. So right here, that line right there, where that bed is of lettuce, over, this was all grass just last year. So here's the bed where I just harvested potatoes out of. So this bed got grass just laid on it in the fall time, November, planted to soft neck garlic, and then I actually interplanted the garlic with potatoes in the springtime. Harvested the garlic, harvested the potatoes, and now it just got direct sown to outrageous lettuce down the middle and Bloomsdale spinach down the sides. So just for perspective, this whole entire, everything you see growing right here, from right here back, looked like that last year. So laid the wood chips for the pathways. Well, first I laid leaves because it was fall, so I used the leaves, used the wood chips from the free pile I have access to, laid a thick layer of grass down where I wanted the beds to be, and to plant the garlic I literally just poked a hole in the actual ground, put the clove in there, and success. So this is a really forgiving way of creating garden space. And the first space of the garden, these beds, those I actually dug out where the pathways were going to be, and I didn't till it, but I flipped over the grass and then built it up with soil that I dug out of the pathways. Excuse the lawnmower. We're going to end this one here shortly, but basically I just wanted to get across the point of what this looked like from when I first implemented the addition in November. And I also just wanted to give the comparison of these beds that I did use a shovel to dig. They have came pretty productive, but they went through a healing point because I had to rip through all of the mycorrhizal fungi network to make the beds. So they had to go through a healing process in order to get to where they are now. As to where this whole side, the least amount of disturbance, also allowed for the least amount of weeds to come through. And by planting most of the plants you see here from soil blocks, it gave them a nice jump head start. I could just move a hole in the grass and implant the seedling start. So thanks for your support. This is a quick one. We'll be back next week for what's growing in August. That broccoli plant is really starting to take off. All the cold hardy brassicas are really starting to take off. The sweet potato slips. We'll have some potatoes and lettuce at market this week. And we'll see you next week for the next one. So thank you very much for everyone's support. And I hope you have a blessed day. Peace. Wholeness.